Hey students, I forgot to record the class session again yesterday, so I thought I would walk you through what we learned in case you missed the lesson or need to review. So yesterday was Wednesday, September 23rd. If you click in here, you're going to see all of the things we covered yesterday. There was an entrance ticket at the beginning where you had the opportunity to make some selections about who you thought you would work well with in class. If you'd like to email me a couple people if you missed class, I'm happy to take a look at that email and possibly adjust your group. From there, we talked about global issues a bit. Over the weekend, Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away, and so we spent the first portion of class having a discussion about her, and having a discussion about her legacy, and having a discussion about what happens next for the Supreme Court. So that discussion you will find again if I go back to the social studies information for the day. Oh, whoops. Back on Wednesday, September 23rd. There are some videos, and there is a discussion prompt that you can add to down here. We use that for our discussion in class. Beyond that, then we started talking about global issues. That global issues is something that you are going to need to do regularly throughout this year. That you are now 8th graders, and I expect you to be more involved in participating in what's going on in our world. And so we're going to have lots of conversations this year, lots of discussion about the issues of our world. There are two types of things that are expected for you with your global issues assignment. The first is type 1, and this is really every day, all year long. I expect you watching, reading, listening to the news. I expect you participating in our discussions in class, whether that's through the chat, whether that's through Canvas, whether that's through our virtual Zoom meetings. In some way you're participating in our discussions. And you're just involved in kind of paying attention to what's happening in our world. The second type of assignment is where I want to make sure that the stories that you want to talk about, the stories that are of interest to you guys are being discussed. So you're going to share some of those stories you're learning about that maybe we're not talking about. So you need to find an issue or a story that you find engaging. You need to find a news article or a video or an audio story specifically about that story. Then you need to analyze it, and there is a document that you're going to use for that, and I'll show you that to you in a moment. And finally, you're going to turn that into Canvas. The key here, one of the keys, make sure it's not sports focused or entertainment focused or weather focused. We want to really focus on kind of the global issues that are impacting our world. And you're going to see down here the standards that you're going to be assessed on and the rubric that we're going to use as well. This again is available for you in Canvas if you want to look at it closer. The other part of that is then students were assigned to work on a current global issue. So down here at the bottom is a global issue assignment. The directions are going to look very similar to what I just explained to you, but you can read through those if you'd like. And here's a template of your current global issues assignment. So at the top, pretty simply, you're going to put your name and date. And again, to open this, you're going to hit this blue button over here. It'll make a copy for you so that you can edit that copy. And when you're finished, you're going to come back here into Canvas and you're going to hit this submit button over in the corner over here. It's not showing up now. I can't do it as a teacher, but you will have a submit button over here. The first part here is going to look very familiar to probably what you've done in the past. What's the title of the news story you found? What's the link to the story? Can you find me? Can you just copy that link and paste it here so I can go back and find that same story? And then you're going to write a paragraph summary. Who is the article about? What happened in the article? Where did it happen? When did it happen? Why does it matter to us? You're going to write me a paragraph summarizing that story. Okay, so you're going to put it in your own words there. This next part is new to you as 8th graders. And what this is source credibility. I want you to look really carefully at the source. There's a lot of misinformation and false information out there on the internet. And so we want to really make sure what we're getting is reliable, is credible. So there's some steps that we follow in order to do that. And so I want you thinking about these things as you look at your article. Who created the source? So who is the author? Who is the who is the organization that put this article out. You're going to think about, and I want you to record here, who created that source. From there, you're going to go, when was this source created? Was it created yesterday, 5 days ago, a month ago, 2 years ago? I want to know when this source was created. So look for the date of it. What other sources does this source reference? So this is going to be like, can you find any quotes within there? Does it reference specific people's quotes? Does it reference facts from certain organizations? So if I was looking at climate change, they might find facts in a story from NASA. So I'd put in here facts from NASA, or I might put in here quotes from, Joe Biden if it's a political story. But you're going to list other sources that are found within your source. What was the author's purpose of this for this source? So in other words, are they writing this to inform you of something? Are they writing this to persuade you? Are they trying to sell you something? Are they trying to tell a long narrative story? Like, what's the purpose for this article? And then finally, based on all of this, do you think this is a credible source? Is this something that we should really believe what's out there? Okay. The final thing that I want you to do is, if your article is one of them that we do get the opportunity to discuss, what's a question you think we should talk about? What is a question that you think would lead to an engaging classroom discussion around that topic? Okay. So I want you to think about that. I want you to come up with a question that you think would really engage students in talking about that topic. All right. Beyond that, the rest of class, then we basically worked on that assignment, and we then just stopped and reflected, and students had to turn that in by the next class. So that is due for students on my Tuesday class on Thursday, September 24th, and it is due for my Wednesday class on Friday, September 25th. If you have any questions, please make sure you email me or contact me. All right, have a great day.